What a stunning day out here at Tiawanga today, and we're here today to test out the new Aeroo Pro drone, see how that performs today. First I'm going to hook up my backbone section that I made last night, and it just starts with a snap swivel, a meter, 2 crimps, and in between these 2 crimps is where I'm going to be attaching my hook section, and then they have about a meter or so in between the 2 crimps, and then there's 2 more crimps until I have 6 of those for 6 hooks. Next time I think I'm going to make 7, and the one in the middle I want to attach a little bit of a burley cage to. So that just attaches to the end of my main line going back to my rod. Inside here I have all the goodies. The sinker. I'm going to be flying with a 5-ounce sinker today. It's my hook section. This is my dropper line. So this section here, I have a 2-meter dropper line, and that will go to a 2-meter dropper line. That'll go to a 3-way swivel. That's where the end of that traces will connect to, and the end of this is where the sinker will go. Just clips in there through the little hole, and it's attached. And I like to bend these wires out nicely so they can grip in even better. Right, and the other thing, I squeeze them down a bit like that too, so they just hold a little bit better. So then our backbone attaches to this 3-way swivel over here. Boom, and that's ready to go. Now this is my safety release clip. The drone has the safety pin down the bottom that slides in. This clip will sit in there, and if it does get snagged, I'll be attaching my rig to this side. That'll just pull out. Well, that's only in case of emergency in a snag situation. Then this rig will pull out and it wouldn't drop your drone in the water. So that's just a little safety clip. And I'll be attaching the end of my dropper line to my sinker. It goes into that safety clip there, and then that ring will attach to the drone, and if any snags happen, it'll just pull out. But if there's no snags along the way, then the pin will release and this whole section will just drop in the water. And for the landing pad and some pegs, put the landing pad out. Give it the white side. I stuck a couple of rocks on it. That should be alright. It's not very windy today, so it should be all good. So we got the drone out, and always remember to take the gimbal cover off. And we'll face it towards the ocean. So next I want to attach my hook sections, and I made these last night. I like mine quite short. I don't like them too long. I think from tip of the hook to the end of that is about 30 centimeters. Some people like them longer, some like them shorter. I find if they're shorter they tangle less, and if they tangle less they catch more fish. So that's just my thinking. I just attach them between those two, and they'll slide up and down in between the two. Okay. Next step is to bait up the hooks. Now today we're using some bullet tuna from last cast. I'm going to be using a few pilchards. Just mix it up and see what they prefer today. Let me get the drone on so long. Push and hold, and it turns it on. Right, so that's the controller there. I attach myself a little thing there for a lanyard. Controller opens down the bottom, and your phone just slides in. Make sure that the charging port's on the right hand side, because you have to connect the controller with a phone with a hardwire connection. It gives it a real good connection. There's no Wi-Fi that can get lost, signal loss. And they actually supply you with two types of cables. One is a lightning cable for my old iPhone, and a USB 3, I think, that goes in the controller, that goes in the phone. And we just tuck this little cable under the way there, under the phone, and that's out of the way. We start up the controller, long press, short press until you hear a beep, and then turn off the phone. So you put it on flight mode, airplane mode, and then we open the app, the Aeroo Pro app, go into device because it's already connected, and then we're waiting for satellites. Well, ready to fly. 24 satellites, everything is good to go. Right, so for the antennas, the aerials, you want to open them up this way on an angle, and the signal on these antennas is not coming out the tips of them, it comes out the sides of them. So they actually recommend having them up like that, facing the drone, so the signal comes out this flat bit, not out the tips. Right, I've already calibrated this drone at home, so it is ready to fly. It's not asking me for any calibrations. I can just clip on and fly away, and that's what we'll do now. We'll try that. We want to attach this little safety release to the end of your drone. The best way of doing that is grip the drone on the wing like that. There's a little button, you put it in there, push the button, and it's secure, it holds it. So now also another thing is, just they say to put the line under the foot of the drone like that, and it just stops it from going in the propellers if anything goes wrong. We make sure your reels are unclicked, and I've got the clicker on, so that helps with it overrunning. Get this drone up in the air by clicking down and outwards. It starts her up. Slowly push it forward. We'll get her up until everything is nice and tight. And she just hovers there. I'm not even touching the remote, just hovering right there. I'm making sure there's no snag on anything, and she just sits there real still. Sitting at 24, I want to go up to about 30 before I go out. So I want to do a real far drop this time. I'm going to put her at I'm going to go at least 400 or 500 meters this time. 300. We're at 400. Right, and then you hit the button. She dropped it.
Return to home.
And she's returning home. So we're out at 440 meters. There you can see, if you can see it, but there she's coming home all by herself. Nice and easy. Right above us now. Moving around. Landing right there. Done. 450 meter drop. Done. And we're fishing. Beautiful calm day out. Hardly a breath of wind at the moment. But when it's so calm and no wind and no stir up, the fishing's pretty slow. Nobody up or down this beach I've seen catch anything. The guy next to me actually packed up with his kontiki. Nothing. Still hope. Still hope. Sweet! Let's see how this goes. It's going to be a little while. Putting up a little bit of a fight, getting closer now. It's right there in the wave. It's a gurnet. Hey boy! Good stuff. Awesome. Yeehaw! Oh well, not going home empty-handed at least.
That's all I want, one more so I can see then.
Perfect.
Oh, that's all right. Is there something out there?
Good stuff. Massive. Happy about that. The drone's first fish. Woohoo! Yeah boy. Dinner sorted. And I was just about to pack up. But I think I might make another cast now. One last cast. Beauty. Beautiful. Look at it. So that one took the bullet tuner. The only bullet tuner that was on the hook. On the 6 hooks they took the bullet tuner. Didn't take the squid. So I'm gonna give it some more bullet tuner. Put it back out at 450. Okay, just made sure everything's snag free. And well, now the controller should be ready to go. Put that, the kicker on. Okay, we have lift off.
The home point has been updated. Please be mindful of the new return to home point.
30 meters, and we're going out. Just dropped it.
Return to home.
I'm an iron. Good stuff, and just as I tighten the lines up, she's back home, coming down for a land. Does this all by herself. Good girl. And that's a wrap for us today, guys. Look at that beautiful gurnet, and the drone caught his first fish. That's awesome. I'm loving this drone. Everything works as it should. It performed really well today. The conditions wasn't too rough, but I mean it still held its own, and we finally got a fish to show for it. That is awesome. I'm loving it.